Okay, as hot as it is, we're all feeling it. We're not alone in feeling the strains of the heat. Our cars, as it turns out, also take a beating in this type of summertime heat wave. So lucky for us, Richmond Blackwell is on the show with Blackwell Automotive. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me again.
You were kind of smelling the air a little bit in here. You picked a good day to come.
I know. The Texas Roadhouse has got the spread over there, so if I just get up and walk out on the interview, I'll be over there at the table.
You can get a rib and come back. How about that?
That sounds good. You know, I've been there a ton of times. I've never had a bad meal.
No,
like
you don't.
Yeah,
it's a great
wonderful.
place. So you were telling me that things are pretty busy right now because I guess your batteries really take a beating in this kind of heat.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of batteries these days. The extreme heat or extreme cold, it just wipes them out. So if you're planning on going out of town the next few weeks, stop by either with us or somewhere, just get your batteries checked. Because if they're borderline, if they're over 3 or 4 years old, if they are borderline, you don't want to be, you know, in Florida on vacation or, you know, Memorial Day's coming up.
Or Kentucky. You're about to head to Kentucky.
Yeah, we're going to go see the Little House on the Prairie cast. And so meet Nellie Olson and some of them. So
I hear she's nice in person, that it was just on the TV show that she was
meeting. It is. So, yeah, she's got her own podcast. She's really, really adorable.
Do your kids know Little House on the Prairie?
They do.
They do?
Yeah, we're trying to indoctrinate them on some of the good shows.
I guess my girls used to watch it some, but then they grew up. But,
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, those were. Let's talk Little House on the Prairie. Forget about cars.
That's fine with me.
Gosh, we used to play Laura and Mary, and we had the bonnets and the whole 9 yards.
And there's something with that birth order thing. Like our kids are the same way. We've got, you know, the studious one, and then we've got the one that. The middle one that is the one that speaks her mind and takes care of her big sister and takes care of everybody.
Right, right.
So
yeah, everybody always wanted to be Laura.
Yeah,
she was more fun. Okay, so whether you're journeying to Kentucky like you are or down to Florida, is it let's say you make a stop along the way, even in town. I mean, gosh, traffic these days, Richmond and Chattanooga is a nightmare. You can't go anywhere and not get stuck.
Oh, that's the truth. And these hot days, you know, the cars are made for all conditions. But if you have any kind of issue that's borderline like this on a really hot day, you're sitting in Atlanta or you're sitting over on 24.
Right.
And the car's getting hotter and hotter and the pavement's hotter. It's 100 degrees outside, but the heat coming off that pavement's a lot hotter than that.
Right.
And so it's good to just get things checked out before you get stuck.
Is it good for your car, or does it matter if you are doing a lot of stopping and starting, like stops along the way, errands to run, that kind of thing? And you've got 2 people with you, so one person can stay in the car, one person can run in. Does turning a car on and off a lot wear it down more than leaving it running?
They say that that's the most wear on the motor is starting it up, but now a lot of modern cars, even non-hybrids, will turn themselves off at a red light to save gas money. And so the more modern cars are designed to handle it a lot better.
Yeah, I've been in a rental car like that, and it drove me nuts.
And the longer trips, like running around doing things around town, is what most of the cars around here are used to. But then you go on a long trip, and where you're around town and you're turning the car on and off, and maybe you're done after a couple hours of driving. If you're driving to Florida or Kentucky or wherever, everything stays under pressure for 8–10 hours, and it's used to staying under pressure for maybe 2 hours or staying at temperature for that long. But you go on these trips, and that's when you can have a failure that never would have shown itself until then.
When you're getting your car inspected with you, will y'all check the Freon levels?
Yeah, we take a look at that and then check the tire pressure and check all of that and check the battery.
I would imagine that this is not the time you want your air conditioner to go out and be out of coolant, and I would imagine that it's not necessarily so easy to get always.
Yeah, most cars have a little eyeglass. You can see if there's a little bubble in there, you know it's a little low. To actually check the level, you have to hook up a machine, but you only do that if you're noticing that it's not cooling as well or is cooling at all.
Okay.
But even if your antifreeze is low and the engine gets up to a higher temperature, your air conditioner will stop working also because of the engine temperature. So there's a lot of things that can affect it.
With the belts and things in your car, I think that I know that if they get real dry, then they can break on you. Does the heat affect that too?
It can, yeah. Anything that's an extreme temperature one way or the other, it's more susceptible for part failure like that.
So it's no surprise to me now, thinking that you're going to go take your kids to go see the Little House on the Prairie cast. No wonder your store at Blackwell Automotive is so welcoming for people, because you're just a good guy, Richmond.
Well, I try to put on a good front, so.
When you go in, he has, like, sometimes there's a lady who makes jellies.
Uh-huh.
And she'll have them there at the front for you to buy. He's got baskets of chips and apples and drinks and just comfort things, granola bars for you to enjoy while you're waiting. Comfortable chairs, art, local art that's for sale.
Yeah, and we've got the old Coke machine where you open the door and pull the bottles out, the
Yeah.
glass bottles, and
Yeah.
we just like living in the past, so.
No, you don't. You just know a good thing when you find it. Blackwell Automotive at the Eastgate Loop, blackwellautoinc.com, 648-8001. Travel safely, my friend.
Thank you.